everyone, it's Don once again with another look at the construction happening here in the Villages. First up is Thai Villas, which are located right next to the Chitty Chatty Bridge when you cross 44. Thai Villas is using a new construction method, a prefab construction technique. The slabs are produced locally here in Sumter County. Each wall is actually made up of multiple slabs that are fastened together. As you can see, the windows are included in the prefabbed walls. This actually makes for a stronger window installation since they don't have to drill into the concrete or cinder block walls. This is actually a very popular technique for construction in many larger buildings. Because of the way these walls are manufactured, there's a very high level of quality control. It's also not unreasonable to assume that there's going to be some cost savings for the developer on this. Let's take a look at these walls. They're sitting in the trailers that bring them over from the production plant. Here's a section of wall with a single window in it. Several sections of wall actually fit in each one of these trailers. Courtyard villas have gone through many changes. They started out as concrete block, then they went to a poured slab that was poured on site, then back to concrete block, and now they're using a prefab method. As I said earlier, these slabs are all locally produced. They're made at the Governor Rick Scott Industrial Park at the DZ Concrete Prefab facility. This area is just west of Coleman and just east of I-75. You can see I-75 in the background here. Here's those specially made trailers again, and if you look real close, you'll see a bunch of walls on the trailers getting ready to be shipped out. I've read some online posts where people have said, well, this means the end of custom homes here in the Villages. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't believe it, because the Villages isn't that dumb. They would not have spent millions of dollars on a brand new facility, the Street of Dreams. This is the building. It's huge, and this is where you're going to go in for your design work and pick out all your accessories and your paint and your tile and your cabinets and all that other stuff. They wouldn't be investing this much money if they were going to be ending the custom home construction process. There's no word yet on when this facility is opening, but they are doing a lot of interior work on it now. Let's head on down now to Magnolia Plaza. We'll take a look at the Omni Building, which is under construction. This is Magnolia Plaza. You can see it's kind of busy. In my last video, I incorrectly called this McDonald's being built. A few too many documents open on my desktop to be looking at the same time. I misspoke. It's the Omni Building. McDonald's will be on the field to the right of it, between the Omni Building and the new Citizens First Bank. It was probably just wishful thinking. I'm kind of a big McDonald's fan. Now we're going to head on over to the Lake Deaton Publix. Just to the east of the Publix liquor store, there's a lot under development. This is going to be more commercial properties. No word as of yet as to what stores will be going into this piece of commercial property. Staying in Lake Deaton Plaza, we'll go to the other side of the property. This is the new healthcare facility that's being built. They're doing interior work now. This is directly across from the Chitty Chatty Bridge. If you go there today, you'll see that the parking lots are also now lined. There's been no word as of yet as to when this will open. We'll head a little to the north now to the Moyer Rec Center and the Escambia Golf Course, where a sinkhole recently opened up after an extended period of rain. You can see here that they've already started filling in the sinkhole, hoping to try and recover from it quickly. Florida sits on a massive limestone peninsula, and sinkholes are just a way of life here in Florida. There's not much you can do about it to stop them or to predict them. Let's head to the west now to something a little more invigorating. All the exterior work on the new Starbucks on 466A is complete, and they're starting to do a lot of interior work. Most of the equipment is in. If you look carefully through the window, you can see a lot of the equipment. Starbucks isn't my choice for coffee, but I know there are a lot of people really looking forward to this store opening. We'll scoot a little further to the west, where the Home 2 Suites Hotel is being built. This is going to be a 4-story hotel. You can see that they've already started on the second floor. This is the location right here for the new Culvers that's going to be going in soon. I gave them another chance. I'm still not impressed. Sorry, folks. I know there's a lot of fans for it, but I'm not one of them. Now we're going to move a little farther north to the Lake Miona Rec Center area. Just this month, the project-wide advisory committee gave the go-ahead to get construction costs for a new walking path through this area along Buena Vista. It's going to be about a mile long. It's a very beautiful area. Wait until the end of the video. I've done a walkthrough at ground level. You'll really like it. My big concern with it, I just don't want it to be another big dig like Boston had with their tunnel. This could be a real money pit if we're not careful. We'll head to the north again, this time to one of my favorite projects, the UPS and CVS drone delivery project. I stopped in and talked with the drone pilot, and we discussed how things were going and what's going to be happening next. Their drone is about 5 times the size of the one I fly. Phase 1 of their testing went from CVS to the New Covenant United Methodist Church. This is about a 1/4 mile flight. Again, this is all preliminary testing. They're getting ready to start Phase 2 now, which is going to take them over to the Elan development. This is now about 3/4 mile away. This is the Elan location. It's right here at the corner of 466 and Buena Vista. You can see CVS off in the distance. I'll highlight it right here. Again, this is about 3/4 mile. Phase 3 of their testing is going to take them even farther. They're going to fly all the way to Lake Sumter Landing. This is about 3 miles in the air. They're licensed as a commercial airline, so they can fly beyond line of sight. Heading a little farther north, we'll end up where the Hacienda Hills Country Club used to be. The Hacienda Hills Country Club was torn down. It was not an amenity. It was a private business that failed. Now the developer is going to develop it into apartments. It's their choice. It's their property. Many don't like the decision, but they don't have a say in the matter. Let's go a little even farther to the north to where the new BJ's Wholesale Club is being built. That's the Lady Lake Lowe's at the top of the screen. That's US 44127. And coming in on the left side of the screen, you'll see the village's hospital. So this should give you a pretty good idea of where it's going to be located. We've looked at a lot of the commercial property work. Now let's take a look at some of the golf courses. First up is the Sweetgum Executive Course. This course is undergoing renovations of its greens because of a poor drainage problem. You can see that most of the greens now are in their final stages of work. Pretty soon they'll be planting the grass, and they'll give it 10 to 16 weeks to grow in. Some of the fairways and the sand traps are also getting a little bit of work done on them. This course is located in the village of Collier. It's one of my favorites, and it's definitely the prettiest executive course between 466 and 44. The wetlands area in the center of this course is home to several large alligators, a bunch of snakes, and a lot of birds. Sweetgum Golf Course is just south of the Big Cypress Recreation Center and shares a starter shack with the Mangrove Golf Course. Let's slide up about 1.5 miles to the northeast to the Sandhill Golf Course. Like the Sweetgum course, the Sandhill course is undergoing extensive renovations to its greens due to a drainage problem. The Sandhill course isn't quite as far along as the Sweetgum course, but it's making quick progress. Now we're going to slide all the way back up north again to the Silverlake golf course and see how it's doing. Most of the major work on Silverlake is now done. All the fairways and greens and tee boxes have been seeded, and they're in their 16-week growing in period. They're a couple of weeks in, so you're not going to see a whole lot yet, but in a couple of weeks, this will all start turning green and it'll look gorgeous once again. The course layout hasn't changed any, and they didn't add any sand traps. I think they missed an opportunity to improve play on the course, but that's just my opinion. Now we're going to move to the very northeast corner of the villages, where they're building the First Responders Recreation Center. The First Responders Recreation Center is being funded and built by the Recreation Amenities Division and not the developer. A new putt-and-play golf course is being put here. Putt-and-play is just miniature golf without the clowns and the windmills. As we come up on the old church building, one thing you'll notice is that the old steeple has now been removed from the church. We'll take one last look at the map and see all the areas that we looked at today. Let me know what you think of these maps. So now this is where the walking path is going to be. This is played at about 2.5 times normal speed just to get us through it. It's quite a beautiful walking area. I enjoyed walking through it and flying the drone. Of course, I had to deal with some low-hanging branches and a few tree trunks that got in the way. That's why I'll occasionally stop and pause and move left or right. Most people drive by this area on a regular basis and don't even realize it's here. This borders the wetlands area of Lake Miona, and it's going to make for a very nice walking path. The walking paths south of State Route 44 have proven very popular with residents, and this is one of the few areas north of 44 that makes it ideal for a new walking path. I think it's going to be gorgeous. The determining factor on this will be the construction costs that come back when it goes out for bid. This is heading south along Buena Vista towards the Lake Miona Recreation Center. I started at about the 1/3 point and headed back towards the Recreation Center. As you enjoy the rest of the walk back to the Lake Miona Recreation Center, be sure to hit the like button and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Video number 95 is already in the works. I'll be looking at the area south of State Road 44 and all the construction going on there. Thank you once again for watching my video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm Don Wiley. Have a good day.